All right, welcome back. In case you're just joining us, it's still Moneyline with Nancy, and joining me right now is my guest, Shedrack Madilion, who is the Group Managing Director at Safari 54. Mr. Madilion, good to see you. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
Well, I'm okay.
Have we seen this year?
Yes, I was with you sometime in
January.
Yes.
Okay. It's almost, March is almost gone.
Yes.
We're entering the second quarter
yes.
of this year. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. President Buhari just inaugurated the National Food Security Council, which he will chair himself. The Chief of Defense Staff is part of the council. 6 governors from 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Governor Bagudu, I guess, is the vice chairman of the council. Talk to me about what you think, because earlier on, I did say that the council said that it will engage key stakeholders representing the core sectors of the food value chains, and regular consultations will be held with investors, development partners, financiers, and the rest of you. So tell me what you think.
Well, I'm trying to look for the right adjective to use. In the inauguration of this Food Security Council that was being inaugurated by the president, you don't second fiddle the farmer and the stakeholders. Why is no farmer being part of this council? I mean, the executive council. I mean, the council inaugurations. Between December 31st and January 1st, Nigeria lost over 134 of our rural farmers.
How did you know that? Which data are you quoting?
Farmers herdsmen clashes.
How did, which data are you quoting?
73 in Goma, Logo, in Benue State. We have 35 between Ahoda, Alo, and Umoko. We have about 56 between Taraba and Adamawa. These are rural farmers that we know about. We lost 43 metric tons of agricultural yam seedlings in the middle beds.
How do you come about your data?
Now,
no, Mr. Madilion, how do you come about your data? That's what I'm asking.
There are provisions of seedlings provided by the Yam Farmers Association in Vandika in Lese, which has not been paid for. It's been provided to them through cooperatives. So we understand, we knew the new variety of tubers of yam that have been provided to these farmers. Now these farmers are mainly they pay for these seedlings only when it is being, when they have harvested. But so now those yam seedlings got back to us that is being burnt at the BAMs. Now the last visit we were meant to do was to preserve, to give them the preservative, what we call adrenaline dust, which is you have to apply it last before you put in the yam seedlings. So we're saying what we know because we're on ground. We don't just pick up figures from up.
And I wonder where up is.
Yes, no, we don't just pluck figures and all that here. You inaugurated Food Security Council meeting. The only person I didn't see in this place was the Federal Road Safety people, the sector commander of the Federal Road Safety.
Why?
But I mean, I didn't see, I begin to wonder what the Chief of Army Staff,
Chief of
Defense Staff and all that there. Yes, you might bring them in. I don't know what is in the mind of the here, but will you shave a man's head in his absence? We are discussing the critical naval point of a nation, which is food security. And this food security has been in turmoil since last year till now. We have total decline of farmers' participations as a result of insecurity. Farmers are no longer going to farm. Farmers are not, farmers are the ones being kidnapped. Farmers they are the highest victim of insecurities all over the country. We thought it was a Zamfara, Kaduna problem. But only for we to now realize that there is no, even down to the deltas are having issues. The Kogi are having issues here. Tell me. Now, the biggest victim of this whole thing here is the farmer. And then you are now putting up you are putting up inaugurating a council. You didn't pick up farmers from the Metiala. You didn't pick up farmers who are into cultivations. You didn't look at those who are into tractors. You didn't bring in institutions, research institutions relative to food security in the country.
But would this be also an unfair statement to the government that has tried to bring together this council, Food Security Council, and it did say that it will engage key stakeholders representing the food value chain? So we expect that perhaps as time goes on, they would engage with all the stakeholders involved.
What is the stakeholders?
You are saying that the stakeholders should be part
of. Yes, that's to me. That's it here. First of all, the attention nations must give to food. You don't play politics with it here. There's nowhere, because you don't go to any of our market and you see our watermelons or our egusi bearing PDP or APC and all that there. When it comes to food security, it is something nations mustn't play with. Let me say this to you. You might also ask me where this came from, but this is from FAO. There are 49 countries that are going to face starvations. Nigeria is number 9 in the ranking. Between the border between Niger State and Kaduna is Talfa. Now, between Talfa and Birnin-Gwari, Zaria, and probably Paki or Mishawa, you have more than 3,826 farming families in Kaduna alone. We have total decline of the number of agricultural participation, farmers' participation as a result of single thing, insecurity. I'm in Kaduna. My farm is in a place called Duse. Shortly after the NYC camp, 7 kilometers into the road. My partner is my wife. She runs the poultry sections. We have 34,000 laying birds in the place that we were forced to sell them even when they were still laying, because sometimes we can't even find our way to go and feed the birds as a result of insecurity. The Kaduna-Abuja road here is a den for kidnappers. You can't go to the mosques in northern Nigeria and come out and you will be safe, probably to walk back to your house. Birnin-Gwari, just the other day, the protectors of some of us who find our way to go and buy grain. Birnin-Gwari is one of the places you can have yellow maize. In fact, from Buruku down to Kuriga, which is under Chukum, down to Alawa, then Birnin-Gwari, you have one of the most finest yellow maize you can get in West Africa, grown in those areas here. Farmers in those areas don't go to, because in between 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock is unpassable roads.
11 a.m. to
11 a.m. in the morning, yes, you can't pass there. Now, if 75% of Nigerian populations are rural dwellers, and they do nothing that subsistence agriculture, who have to bring out 1 bag of maize or bring out 2 chicken to sell, to pick up medical bills, pay school fees, and then you want us to grow our food, you want us to grow what we eat and eat what we grow, and then you inaugurated committees that you brought in emperors and put them in as to look after our food security. What are they securing? What do they know? Ask any of those people in those committees, how many days does it take to grow rice? How many days what does it take you to get out yam seedlings? You
are talking about the governors now and
yes,
the president.
Yes,
but
the food security. Then I'm really very shocked and surprised that he knew very well that in Food Security Council, nominations, you should have the Metiala people, which of course have conflict with the farmers. The farmers associations, they have good association. They have the cassava association. You can pick up rice farmers association, AFAN presidents and all that here. All these people should be part of the initial inauguration, not for you to say, okay, these other people will now appoint them. We know very well that the state governors in this place have constituted themselves as emperors in their state. Putting food on the tables of Nigerians are not things that you need to hand over or play politics with. It's speculated that we have over 2 million live cattle in Nigeria. That is not true. We have the worst looking cows in the world. about the level, our production ratio in terms of beef, milk, health qualities of our cows is wrong. It's bad. 42% of Nigerian cows that we slaughter in the market are diseased. Yet, you are putting up a very important council of such as food security. You don't bring in professionals, the Metiala. Is there any vet doctor there? Do you have any agronomists in this place? That will actually come and say that when you are given a brief of what the council is expected to come in here, professionals should be part of it to say, okay, this is what we intend to achieve in 6 months, this year farming season, this year dry season. I am sad. This shows no. You talk about replacement of our aging farmers with young farmers. Who is the youth in the that you have inaugurated that will now be the face of those who want to take agriculture as a profession?
So you're saying in essence that the federal government got it wrong from the outset, right?
Yes, totally. And it smells doom.
You think that this council will not do anything at all? Because they engage, you think they will not?
No, of course. I stand to be proven wrong.
Even to improve the security architecture around the country?
There is no foundation before the architecture. I mean, I don't want to be any diplomatic about saying this, but the present situation we have today in protection of life and properties, the government has failed us. You asked me, those coffins that were buried in Benue State, are they empty coffins? 73 people are not 73 firewood. In a farm, if 73 chicken dies in your farm, the veterinary they must come in to check whether it is an avian influenza. It's not a joke. Now, life means nothing in Nigeria. We have attached no any value to life. Somebody is saying if the security situation is getting what? A single soul of a Nigerian is as important as anything. And then we now have a section of a profession that is now being seen as an extinct, going extinct as a result of insecurity. In Cross River, there is no peace. In Oron, our hope for crayfish